Sight words is my favorite topic to teach. They are the basics of reading. Kids spot them, find them, read them, and this way the magic happens. How to teach sight words virtually even if you are not that tech savvy? Let me show you my ways. Hey guys, I'm Victoria from CrazyCharizma and welcome back to my channel. Introduce 3 sight words. Tell kids that these 3 sight words are magic words, and introduce some kind of movement which goes with each sight word. It can be clapping, it can be putting the hands up or jumping, so anything that you think is cool. By the way, sometimes you will hear my cat at the background, so that's the life of virtual learning. So after you introduce this movement, kids can repeat this movement over and over. You can do this virtually on the Zoom or in the classroom. It's also possible. So all those ways that I mentioned here, they are not only about teaching sight words virtually, they can actually be repeated and transformed into the classroom instruction, classroom games. So how can we practice sight words? So after we introduce them, we need to practice them like a lot. I actually have the whole blog post with 60+ ways of practicing sight words, and you can check it out in the description. If you need to read the post or come back to this video, or you just want to read it, all the ways that I mentioned, I have a blog post about it, and I will also leave it in the description below. Divide your kids into 3 groups and assign a song to each group. So they will not be singing a song, they will be using its tune, and they will be singing their sight words using that tune. If you're on a Zoom call, other kids should mute themselves, of course, and one of those 3 groups should unmute themselves and tune in, sing their sight word using the tune of their song. Then repeat this process of singing with other kids. This way is really cool, and I know that a lot of teachers really liked my idea when I mentioned these blog posts on my Instagram page, and then I received the feedback that they really loved this idea number 3 about emojis. So what is it? How you can use emojis to practice sight words. You can prepare images in advance by finding them. If you're using Mac, you should use Control, Command, Space. Just let me check. Yes, Control, Command, Space, and this window with emojis will be open, and you can find any emoji that you need at the beginning letter. This is something that you are looking for. If it's came, then C, but cat will be appropriate. So you can find emojis for one word, all 3 words that you are practicing, and you can print them, make them big, and show the kids, introduce that. This is the emoji for this letter in this word, yeah? C in came, like the emoji cat. So you can introduce it, or you can play it in the game style, so this way the kids will guess what word you are actually showing to them. Then play around and show 2 other words from those 3 that I mentioned that you introduce virtually on this day. Then you should type the emoji pattern in the comments, if you're using the Zoom call, or if it's like Google Meet, whatever. And ask kids to unscramble, to guess the words that you've been trying to think of and practice. So you can actually use various emojis, not just one emoji for one letter. What I mean by this, depending on your kids and their age, how well they can unscramble the words, so it's up to you. You can also prepare many patterns, divide kids into new groups, and let them unscramble and guess their sight word, or just the sight word of another group. Again, in the blog post that is about this video, I mentioned all the details, all the examples that you can use. You can actually see that these are the examples of emojis that I used that can be about the word came. Let's use one more way to practice sight words. For this way, I propose to use dice. So it can be the dice that you have at home. If you are doing virtual learning or hybrid learning, then you have it in the classroom, or you can use virtual dice, and I will link what am I doing with my hair? I will link it into the description. So you will ask kids to roll dice and do the following actions. Action number 1, make a sentence with your sight word. Action number 2, find a rhyme to your sight words. Action number 3, type your sight words in the comments. Or if you are in the classroom, ask kids to write their sight word on the whiteboard, or ask them to write it on the paper. So action number 4, write your sight word with pencils or in the air. Yes, like using hands. Action number 5, say your sight word aloud and remember 3 more sight words. And action number 6 is about moving, so it's time to move. Here you can ask kids to dance or run around the table, or run to another room and go back. Step number 6 is, or way number 6 is, use silly voices. Yes, like you can ask kids to name their sight word using a robot voice or a mouse voice, or I have various ideas here: baby voice, parrot voice, cat voice, dog voice, and so on. And step number 7 is practice sight words with ready-made activities for Google Slides. So I have tons of activities to practice sight words. You can use my typewriters, monsters. I call them because this way it's easy to remember them. I have clean room, keyboards, llamas. So the games that practice sight words, and you can check them out. You're not certain if they are perfect fit for your kids. I have a freebie for you. It's also in the description, and this is the free sample of my Google Classroom activities, and you can try them out on iPad or on laptop and then decide if you need to get something else. I hope this video was helpful for you, and right now it's much easier to teach and practice sight words virtually. I know this is a very important topic. Sometimes it's challenging because you don't have kids around with you, right? They are behind their screens, but that's okay. We can think of, and I propose some ideas. Please, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I will try to make as many tutorials like this as possible that are about sight words or Google Classroom or Seesaw. So, thank you and bye.